Hey, welcome to the Gotta Have Miami show. This is episode
38.
38. It's actually 38 and a half, but that's a little bit of a conversation for later.
That's behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's behind the scenes. So we're going to do an intro. Ash, intro.
Welcome to the Gotta Have Miami show, where we talk about politics and culture and how that affects real estate, specifically in the Miami market.
In the Miami market. So I think the first thing that we want to talk about is our triathlon.
Yes.
So we did a triathlon a couple of weeks ago.
We. Not me.
So no, we did a triathlon. It was the Miami Man. It was one of those things that family talks about, like when they're having a barbecue and there's a couple of drinks involved, or quite a few drinks involved.
Yeah.
And everybody says, hey, why don't we do this? And so we signed up, and it was a family. The yellow pose.
I was a cheerleader.
Right. Yeah. No, you did very well. The yellow pose were the elephants and the hippos, and it was. I did the swim. My nephew did the bike. Your husband. He did wonderful, and Erica did the run. She did wonderful because she was in the middle of the heat, where
so
we could
bad
die.
for her.
Yeah. So we swam in a lake. He rode in the road, and he came in third. Actually, he turned in the third fastest time. In the whole competition, even though we were doing a relay, he actually turned in the third fastest time.
And as a relay team, you guys came in first place.
First place. So we won. We won an elephant and a medal.
We did.
Yeah. So now we're getting inspired for the next one. We don't know exactly when. So just be careful when you see the Ella pose. That's us.
Yeah, when we're showing a house, don't say race you to the car.
Exactly. Yeah, because we'll race you. We'll actually really race you to the car. We have a couple topics we want to talk about. I think we are in the same area that we did a podcast about 4 or 5 months ago. It was, I think, episode 24, 25?
25, I think.
So it was episode 25, and we lightly touched on how government affects certain things. And one of the topics back then was the conversation about Airbnbs. And we bring this to topic, that guy in the white, like little, what is that, a SUV? Trying to patch out? Guys, dude, don't do that. It doesn't look good. It doesn't matter how fast you think that thing can go. Beauty about Miami, you can watch cars rolling by. But one of the topics was how politics, or not politics, but I think
laws,
ordinances affect real estate. And one of them is, we have a property that we just listed. It's a rental property, and immediately I get a phone call on the rental property.
42 Silver Bluff.
42 Silver Bluff, really nice property. And we get a call that says, can I speak to you from somebody? And it's not an agent, it's somebody that's referred. And I said, sure, I'll talk to you, whatever. And that's like the first flag. When somebody wants to talk to me specifically about something, that means that there's something going on that isn't the normal, because usually leasing a property is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, can I see it?
Yeah, you want to see it? We want to say it? No. Oh, we're going to fix it up, and we're going to do this, and we want to do that. And that sends my second red flag, which means this person isn't probably going to live it. They're probably going to try to Airbnb it. And sure enough, that was the conversation.
Right.
And they wanted to talk to my owner. We want to talk to that owner because this is something that we can do, and we're going to pay more money. And yeah, there's a small little detail. If you're in the city of Miami, and we're not talking about Miami-Dade County,
right.
We're talking specifically about the city of Miami. The city of Miami has an ordinance where Airbnbs are illegal in what we call a T3 transit zone, which means that if you are zoned as a T3, as this neighborhood is, and you're zoned as a T3O, it's illegal. You can't do it, period. Doesn't matter what the state of Florida says. Doesn't matter what Airbnb tells you. You can't do it.
What did you tell me the day fine on that was?
The day fine? No, you know what? You can fine up. I think it's like $1,000. I think they can fine you $1,000
per day.
Yeah, but more importantly, it's a law. It's an ordinance that we've had in place. We've had it before Airbnb was even in it, because it protected the residential neighborhoods against short-term rentals. You can do permanent rentals.
Right, correct.
You can do permanent rentals. That's not an issue. The permanent rentals can be 4 or 5 months. That's fine. But you can't do an Airbnb in the city of Miami in a T3 zone, period.
And that's because you're going to push out people who are living in that neighborhood, have kids in school, work in the neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. And that's what we're protecting.
And you jack up the rental prices. When we've always talked about affordable housing, this is one of the things that forces rental properties to go higher in the market, simply because they're going to try to do a short term on it. They're going to try to do something that is more profitable for them, so they can run a higher number, and they actually offer the landlords a higher price for the properties.
And it pushes the rents up.
And it pushes the rents up. And also investors will try to buy these properties and try to take them off the market and turn them into Airbnbs. And again, you can do it in other areas of Miami-Dade County. That's a different aspect. But in the city of Miami specifically, we have ordinances, we have home rule charter, and we had these laws in place way before. I'm going to give you a little comment though. This is very interesting. Do you know that we can't, as a city of Miami, we can't strengthen the laws? Because if we strengthen the law or try to strengthen the law, it takes our original laws off the books, and then we have to revert to the state of Florida's laws.
Right.
So that's kind of an interesting, it's called preemption. We've talked about it before, how the state of Florida can preempt. But again, it's a topic, and the conversation, the frustrating part about this, I had to have like a 10-minute conversation with somebody trying to explain to them, guys, you can't do this. And they're like telling me, yeah, but I'm a real estate agent. I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, even worse, like, frack, you're breaking the law. Whatever. But and then the final kicker was, but if you find some properties, will you bring them to me? And I'm thinking to myself, what part of this whole conversation have we not had?
You know, I think the person, now that I'm marinating on this, I think this person that you were talking to is now texting me.
Is it?
Because I feel like I'm hearing the same things that, you know, you're saying the same thing she's texting me.
No, and it's actually very frustrating. Sorry, we got a phone call, so I'm just trying to get rid of the phone and throw it down on the ground. But again, I think if we're talking about affordable housing, we're talking about all of these vehicles that have been, you know, one of the frustrations for the city of Miami that we can't do this. When you are using these properties as investments, and we've talked about this before, real estate has now become a short-term investment, which in its days never was. It just puts more pressure on, you know, on the financial aspect of residents living here in the city of Miami.
Right. It just makes it more difficult. Adding pressure.
Yeah, adding pressure. The other topic we want to talk about too is where the market is. We always get that. Where's the market? Where's the market heading? Is it heading this way? You know what? The market's here. It doesn't change. It's kind of like
every day.
It's here every day. Every single day it goes like this, and then it'll go like this, and it'll do this, and it'll do that. But the market is what the market is. And we talk a lot about, like, you know, statistics. People throw statistics at us. 20% here, 18% there. It's going to go 100% there. One of our realities is, what do we do every day? Oh yeah, we're real estate agents.
We look at real estate.
We look at real estate every single day. That means from Monday through Sunday, we're looking at it. Oh, and what else do we have? Oh, we have clients.
Yeah.
And we have the people that we're putting into this real estate, where all of the experts and all of the pros and all of those people all over the place are saying, oh, the market's going to do this, the market's going to do that. Yeah.
And I think, you know, we're talking to our clients out there who are listening to us, who are most likely in specific to the Miami market. You know, I think people see these national headlines and they get a little bit like scared, you know, to buy or whatever their current situation is. It's just a reminder that the Miami market it's a niche market. We're not going to follow the national trend.
We never have. We never will. We're a macro market, and when they take of all these percentages, they include condominiums in it. They include single-family homes, and if you look at our market, it's just so diverse, so interesting, so unique to real estate, to be quite honest, that it makes it very difficult for these predictions, or these people that are predicting, to actually have a clue of what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
But again, I think that the key takeaway is, when you look at all these numbers, we're on the ground.
Correct.
And we're on the ground every single day. And we're on the ground with clients that are fighting for the mortgage rates, for the for prices, for the competition against the Airbnb investor.
Right.
We are there all the time, and we can sense it, and we know where this market is flowing. It's ebbing and flowing. We know there's a shortage of properties.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what's going to happen. We're seeing more signs stay on the market longer.
Yeah, things are staying on the market longer, and it's a seller realization, I think, is the biggest problem. Because if it's priced right, it goes. You know.
Yeah. And price right doesn't mean that you are underpricing the property. We'll give you an example. We had a little property, a little townhome out down south. The last sale was $250. We priced it at $250. We had 3 offers the first day.
Yeah.
So that is what the comp is for the property. Could I have gotten maybe a couple bucks more? Possibly. Could I have gotten a couple bucks less? Possibly. But the ideal is that there is a market out there. The numbers are already established. You price them. But if dear sellers, if you think it's 2020 or 2021, it's not, where somebody's going to come in and multiple offers. And again, we've talked about this how many times. Can't stress enough, we're on the ground. So I know that 6 months ago, you had 60 people at an open house.
Yes.
Now you have 5.
Yeah.
But you know what? Those 5s are buyers.
Yeah, they're real.
They're real. They're going to buy the property. And if you delay as a buyer saying, oh, the market's going to do this because all of the experts are saying that, guess what? The property goes pending sale and you just lost the property.
You just lost it.
That's just a hard fact.
Yeah.
We ain't got stuff.
We
ain't
I
got
know
no
it's
stuff.
limited. It's limited inventory in Miami. And people are still the great Miami migration is underway still.
Yep.
I'm talking to an out-of-state buyer, moving his whole family over here.
Yeah. So we because it's November what?
I don't
28th?
even know. 28th, yeah.
And oh yeah, it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous here, and while they're freezing up in Buffalo, that's well we've used that line before. It's a very, very nice town.
It's beautiful down here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always a Miami fan.
Yeah, so
you don't have to talk me out of it.
Yeah. We will travel, but we always come back home. Any other topics that we've got? What's just the tenant that's calling you and asking you the same questions?
I have somebody texting me for the house in Silver Bluff, and I'm just listening to you say the things that she said to you on the phone.
Like, dun, dun.
It has to be the same person texting me. It has to be.
Yeah, it becomes, and it's persistence, and it's like, oh.
It's tone.
Yeah.
Also.
You know what? One of our clients just told us that.
Yeah, we just were with a client looking at gorgeous. She does gorgeous work. She's wonderful. She's the landlord. She does gorgeous work, and that's what we're talking about—the tone in which people speak to you.
That's important.
Yeah. So
that's a very. We try to keep everything even keel, but it becomes very frustrating when somebody's persistent on something that we know we're not going to do because we can't do it. And trust me, we're very creative.
We get creative.
We're creative. We know how to get things done, but it's just.
But I think we both come from.
Ethical?
We're doing ethical. We come from an ethical foundation, and we're here to work as realtors for your average Joe. Yes, we work with investors, but in a very ethical way.
Yeah, but even investors, we inform them, we let them know, because you get a lot of folks that say, oh, yeah, you can Airbnb, going back to Airbnb, you can short-term rental this condo building. It's like, no, you can't.
I know.
You can't. You can't do it because you have the condo laws. Just a lot of stuff there. So if you're an investor and you're looking, just even if you don't use this, give us a call. We'll kind of guide you through the process, and then have at it and go to town and do whatever else you want. It is, we hadn't been on the air for a while.
It had been about a month, I think, since we've
we
been
was
on the
busy.
air. Yeah, we get busy. You know, you get attacked by child viruses.
Yeah,
plus
that thing was out there.
Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And then 2 real estate schedules. So to find time.
And that's, you know what, you just brought up a point. It's 2 real estate schedules. She has hers, I have mine. And we try to blend it in. Yeah. And we try to work together when we can work together, and a lot of times we can. But there are times when we are on our separate little whoops. Yeah. And that makes the business fun and makes the business interesting. So all right, so I guess we're done. We're gonna have a closing?
Yeah.
What's our closing? Oh, I have stay tuned. We have
your announcement?
Yeah, we have an announcement for you. It's a political announcement.
That's going to be for next show.
Yeah, we're going to have that. We're going to leave that for next show. That's your teasing.
Yeah, he'll announce. So if you haven't already, please subscribe.
Please.
And if you've subscribed, send it to a friend so that they can subscribe.
More importantly also, and we ask this of our subscribers and anybody that watches this program, if you have any questions, if you have a topic that you want us to dive into, we're more than happy to do it. We've been here forever. Ash is a native. I'm as native as you can. I've been here since 1965. Whatever you think, or a topic, or anything that you really find interesting, like what the hell is this tree that's in front of us?
We don't know.
Anything, we will figure it out, and then
we will figure it out.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will tell. we will tell you about it. But please, the more questions we get from our viewers, the better we can assist and actually guide you through the process.
Yes.
Sounds good?
Sounds great.
We're going to be coming at you from one of the best kept secrets next time we're on the show in Miami. Most people don't know about it, so we're going to be coming from there.
Make sure you check out the next episode.
Next episode and a political announcement.
Have a great week.
Be well.